Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? It's Curly here, and we're gonna do our PC build for the month of November. Now, unfortunately, we didn't do one last month, so I'm gonna give you guys two PC builds. The new 1050 Ti's and 1050 just came out, so we're gonna focus our PC builds on that. They're both gonna be 1050 Ti builds, but one's gonna be a $500 PC build, and the other one's gonna be a $700 PC build. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's begin. Now, of course, to begin with, we're going to do our CPUs. Now, for a lot of games nowadays, the best CPUs to buy are 4-core CPUs, to be honest. Like, for instance, Battlefield really runs good on 4 cores. Anything above that, you're not really getting that much of a greater frame rate. So for a $500 PC build, we're going to use the Core i3 6100. Now, this is actually technically a 2-core processor, but it's hyper-threaded, so it acts like 4 cores. And honestly, for a $500 PC build, this is probably the best CPU you can get. Now, on the $700 side, we're going to use the Intel Core i5 6500. This is a pretty good processor. It's only 4 cores. It's not hyper threaded, so you can't really overclock it or anything because it doesn't have decay. The reason why I picked both of these processors is because, first, they're both pretty cheap for the PC builds that we're going for, and because of these processors not being able to overclock, we can actually get a cheaper motherboard out of it. And these are both still pretty good processors for the price, even though they're not overclockable. Now, next on our list is our CPU coolers. We're going to use the CRYORIG M91 for a $500 PC build. Now, our CPU is not overclockable, so it's not going to get too hot, and honestly, for a $500 PC build, getting a CPU cooler for $20 is a pretty good deal. Now, on our other side, we're going to get the CRYORIG H7. This is only $35, and honestly, for a $700 PC build, we have more room to buy a little bit better cooler. Now, honestly, with this cooler, you can kind of future-proof your PC a little bit as long as you don't change your mind and go into water cooling. This is a great CPU even for like Core i7s, apparently. So I would honestly pick this one just to be safe and to future-proof your PC. Now, to connect everything together, we're going to use the Gigabyte GA-H110MA MicroATX motherboard. This is a great motherboard if you're on a budget and if you don't want to buy an overclocked CPU. Honestly, if you look at other PC builds for this month, if they're on low budgets and they're not using an overclocked CPU, they're going to probably recommend this motherboard. This is actually a pretty outstanding motherboard. I honestly would recommend anybody who is going for a non-overclocked CPU config to just get this motherboard and save your cash. Now, for our RAM, we're going to use Avexir Core Series 8GB, which is 1 stick of DDR4 2400 memory. This is actually a pretty good deal right now. It's only $37 for 8 gigs, but it is 1. So eventually, if you wanted to upgrade, you would have to buy another 1 stick 8 gigs if you want to keep it. And note that these RAM sticks do light up blue, but you're not really going to be able to see that in the $500 PC build because unfortunately it's not an open window. But if you eventually upgrade, you might get some use out of it. Now, for our $700 PC build, on that side we're going to use the Corsair Avengers, which is also a 1 stick 8 gig DDR4 2400 memory. Now, the reason why I picked this one is because we have more money to spend on the $700 PC build. This is about $48, but the big reason is because the CPU I recommended, it actually comes with a combo at Newegg, so you'll save like $13, which you might not think is a lot, but if you're paying $700 for a PC, it's a lot. So that's why I went with that RAM sticks. Now, please note that both of these RAM sticks are actually a higher frequency than what the motherboard said they can handle, but it's still okay. You'll still be able to use these, and if you wanted to upgrade, you could just buy another 1 stick, and then you would have, you know, 16 gigs of memory. So I think at the end of the day, this is still a pretty good deal for both sides. No brainer. Next, I went with just the Western Digital Caviar 1TB hard drive. Everyone recommends this, and I'm recommending it to you guys. This is a great hard drive. This is all you really need when you're starting off with a PC build at a low budget. So that's why I picked it. Now, what we all been waiting for, our graphics cards. Now, for the $500 PC build, I went with the MSI GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. I went with this one because I think this has the best boost clock for under $145 when it comes to the 1050 Ti's. Now, for a graphics card for a $700 PC build, I went with the EVGA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti SSC Gaming ACX 3.0. Man, that's a mouthful. I went with this video card because for $65, I believe it has the best boost clock, and I think for one of the better looking 1050 Ti's, I went with this one, and honestly, that's honestly why. I think it has the best boost clock, and it looks, to my opinion, the most appealing because you're going to be able to see this one with the case we picked, so that's why I went with it. Now, for our cases to put all our components in. For the $500 PC build, I went with the Fractal Design Core 1000 USB 3.0 MicroATX mid-tower case. This is a very nice case. It's very simple looking. It's small. It only has one fan and it doesn't have a window, so you're not going to be able to show off your parts. But I mean, for $500 and for a case that's only $30, I think this is a great deal. If you have extra money, like if you have, like, for instance, $520, I would recommend you guys picking up another fan or two. But honestly, I think for $30, this is all you really need for a $500 PC build. Now, for a $700 PC build, I went with the NZTX Source 2020 ATX mid-tower case. This is a really nice case, and it will help future-proof your build if you ever get like an ATX motherboard. Now, this is originally $52.99, but right now at Newegg, there's actually a 10% off promo code, and that's why I went with this case, and it's only $47.70 right now. I honestly think this is a great case. It looks good. It's a mid-tower. I mean, it comes with 3 light-up fans and a window, so you can show off your components, and that's why I picked this case. Last but not least, our power supplies. Now, for our $500 PC build, I just went with the EVGA 430 watt 80 plus certified ATX power supply. I went with this one because honestly, for a budget, this is probably the best power supply you can get for $500. And you don't want to get like a crappy one and like blow something in your computer or fry your motherboard or whatever. So I went with this one because I think this is the best bang for your buck. And honestly, everyone who's on a budget, you should just get this power supply because it keeps the job done and it has a pretty good rating. So that's why I went with this one, and it's only $38 right now. Now, for a $700 PC build, I went with a Roswell Hive 150 watt 80 plus bronze certified semi-modular ATX power supply. I went with this one because it's semi-modular and it has 650 wattage, which is overkill for this PC build, but honestly, I was thinking about future-proofing it as much as you can. And plus, it is semi-modular, as in you can only you don't have to use all the cords, you can take some out, so it will just look cleaner in that way. And plus, I actually recommend this for a friend of mine, and he uses his power supply. It powers like a Core i5 6600 and a 970 or something like that. So I actually think this is a pretty good power supply, guys. Alright guys, so those are our PC builds of the month. I think with 2 PC builds for this month, especially with the 1050 Ti, it's a pretty good deal. Because I know that like all of these games are coming out now, like Battlefield, Call of Duty just recently come out. There's more titles coming, and everybody wants to get what they can get and try to move to PC gaming because it's better. And I just think that these are good budget PC builds, just in case if you want to hop on that PC Master Race train and all that good stuff. I hope you guys enjoy. Please note that both of these PC builds will be linked down below on PC Park Picker. Make sure you guys to hit that like button and subscribe. We're going to have more videos uploading here real soon, guys, and peace out.